beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nddy, aka the Dynamite Natural. I make natural hair and girl talk videos, so if you love those sort of videos, don't forget to subscribe down below. Turn on your post notifications to all so that you can be notified each and every single time I post a new video. So today I'm going to be telling you how to grow back your nape hair. Your nape hair is the hair at the back of your head. It's your kitchen area. So I'm going to be telling you today how to grow back your nape hair because I've been there. Sorry, please, I really apologize if you hear any noise in the background. They are doing like road construction somewhere, so the noise is really loud. I'm sorry. Nigeria is a very noisy country, so I really apologize for that. So let's get right into it. So the very first tip is to minimize your high buns. So I have been there before. I have grown my hair, like this is not the first time I am going or starting a natural hair journey. I was in a natural hair, a healthy hair journey. I was in a healthy, relaxed hair journey. Then I went natural, cut it, and started growing out my natural hair. So I have gone through a lot of things with my hair. So there was a point I lost my nape hair, even when I was thinking that I was doing everything right. So I'm going to show you some of the mistakes you're making, and also tell you things you should stop doing and things you should start doing so that you can help your hair to grow back, your nape hair to grow back. So one of the things is, like I said before, the very first thing is minimize high buns. Stop putting your hair into very, very high ponytails or high buns, especially if your hair is still short. If your hair is still short, please stop forcing it. I remember doing this myself. That is why I am begging you, if your hair is still really short, please stop forcing it into high buns or high ponytails. Please utilize other hairstyles that your hair can cope with at its length until it gets to a stage where your hair can fit into certain styles. Please stop forcing your hair into certain styles, especially high buns, because it stresses the follicles at the back of your head. That's the follicles where the hair grows out from. It really stresses those follicles and doesn't allow the hair to grow out healthily. It literally pulls it out of its follicles. So please minimize the high buns. The second tip is to change the position of your buns, especially if you wear low buns. I know what you're thinking, high buns, low buns, which one is good? I stopped wearing high buns at the time when I noticed that the back of my hair, like the hair at the back of my hair, was breaking off. I started wearing low buns, but I still noticed the same thing. Why? Because I wasn't changing the position of the buns. I'm not saying you shouldn't wear your low buns if you really like it, but change the position of the bun. Don't let the bun be at one spot all the time. Sometimes you can take it to the side, sometimes you can take it to this other side. You can utilize different positions to style your buns, whether they are high buns or low buns or low ponytails or high ponytails. Please just make sure you change the position of the buns. Putting it in one particular spot or position strains the hair on that particular position or that particular spot, and it begins to fall off, it begins to break off. So that's my second tip. The third tip is change the position of your parts. You see those, part your hair into 4 equal sections. You part the hair from front to back and from side to side and make those 4 sections. Let me tell you, that particular positioning or parting really broke off my hair. It didn't just break off my hair like at the back where it was. I also noticed that here in front as well, where I was doing the parting, I noticed that my hair the part was beginning to grow wider. Anytime I wore like middle part styles, I noticed that the part there was beginning to grow wider. That's because the hair at that spot was beginning to break off, because I was parting from front to back at the same spot in 2 equal sections and from side to side. So all those places I did those permanent 4 section parts. All those places had issues. So change up the position of your parts. If you part in 4 sections today, tomorrow try to part in 5. The next day, try to just change up the position of your parts. Don't use the same exact positions to part your hair or else it's going to break off, especially at the back. That's if you're someone like me who has like really fragile hair at the back. So that's my third tip. The fourth tip is use thick oils like Jamaican black castor oil or shea butter to moisturize your hair if you have very thin or fragile hair. Or you can utilize the LCO method for moisturizing your hair. Give your hair a lot of moisture using LCO method, and when you get to the oil, let it be a thick oil like Jamaican black castor oil or castor oil, or shea butter. Let it be a thick oil. This is going to prevent knotting up and tangling, especially if you have fragile strands or the texture of your hair is really thin. I am talking from experience, because the back of my hair, I really had issues with my nape area, my kitchen area. I can't really even begin to talk about it, but I have really thin hair at the back, so if there's anything, it can knot up on its own. And I used to, or even till now, I still struggle with finger detangling. But if I use a thick oil or something like shea butter at the back of my hair, especially when I want to take down my protective style. If you haven't watched my video where I show you how to moisturize your hair before you take down a protective style, I'm going to link that video somewhere in the description box, so go ahead and check it out. Especially when I want to take out my hair, using those thick oils and butters at the back of my hair helps a whole lot with knotting up and tangling. So that is going to prevent it from having single strand knots, knotting up on itself, or tangling up. So that's my tip. That's my fourth tip. If it's breaking too much, please make sure that you do as I say, and you're going to see results. So the fifth one is be generous with your deep conditioner. If you are an OG on my channel, you will know that I always say that deep conditioner is like food to your hair. Just like you as a human being, you need food and water to survive, to thrive. Your hair also needs water and food to thrive and survive, and the food for your hair is the deep conditioner. So make sure that you are generous with the deep conditioner at the back of your hair, at your kitchen area. In short, any area of your hair that is having issues or that is breaking too much. That is if you have consulted with a physician and it's nothing related to your health, it's nothing it's not a medical condition, but it's just like an issue with breakage or something. Make sure that you are generous with your deep conditioner when you are doing your wash day routine or your wash day process. If you are not even deep conditioning your hair at all, guy, stop it. Go to the supermarket and get a good deep conditioner for your hair. Make sure you know your porosity and the type of conditioner that will be good for your hair. And if you're low porosity, make sure that you wash your hair with warm water first before you deep condition, so that the deep conditioner can penetrate into your strands. I don't know why I'm chewing my tongue today. Okay, so the fifth one, or the sixth tip, or my next tip, I've lost count. My next tip is to use a satin pillowcase if your bonnet frequently falls off. Ensure when you go to sleep, please use a silk or satin headwear, whether it's a head wrap or whether it's a bonnet. If you're like me, that all the bonnets in the world seem to prefer to slip off your head or get missing when you go to sleep, then please get a satin pillowcase or a satin headwear and just wrap it around your pillow if you can't get like a satin pillowcase. But make sure that your head or your hair or the nape of your hair, especially when you lie down, if you lie down backwards, make sure that your hair or that spot is always on a satin pillowcase or a silk material when you go to sleep, because cotton dries out the hair and with time it will break off. So there's that. Now on to my next tip. My next tip is for you to use mini twists to grow back your nape hair. There is nothing that grows your hair like mini twist. I cannot overemphasize. Mini twists have helped me to grow my hair like nothing. Like, I can't even begin to explain it. I know that from time to time I do switch over to other hairstyles because of course I get to, I don't know, how do I put it? Like, you know this feeling when you crave for another thing, like another protective style, another hairstyle. You know, when you go through Instagram and you see all these nice hairstyles and you're like, oh my god, I think I want to try this next. Except that, but my core hairstyle is mini twist. It helps you to grow your hair. And if your hair is too short, utilize twist or mini twist and wigs. Okay, use mini twist. If your hair is too short for you to go around with just small twist, then you can also combine it with wigs. Use the twist and also use the wigs when you're going out. Or even if your hair is long, you can also combine the two. So make sure that you use mini twist, combine mini twist and wigs. It really helps to grow your hair. And also, please make sure that you know the type of hair that you have. I personally have the type of hair that can lock easily, so I like to do my twist if I'm not doing like a particular type of style. Like if I did not go to a hairstylist to get my hair done, then I like to redo my twist weekly or every 2 weeks. But if I went to a hairstylist to get my hair done so that I can get my money's worth, yes, I'm going to keep the hair in for longer. But if I did the style on my own, because of the kind of hair that I have, I tend to redo the twist often because I have the kind of hair that locks easily, and right now I am not ready to lock my hair. So so please know the type of hair that you have and know how often you are to redo the twist so that you do not end up with locks if that's not what you want. By the way, locks are very beautiful. I'm not trying to talk down on it, I'm just saying. So, and also make sure that you moisturize the twist often, frequently, consistently as well. So there's that, which leads to my final tip: to be sure to keep it moisturized. Of course, I already said that in a previous tip. I literally prefer the LCO method when it comes to, I know there's the LOC, but I feel I prefer the LCO method because, I mean, experiments, do what works for you, but I think I kind of prefer the leave-in cream, the liquid, which can be your water, the cream, which can be your leave-in conditioner, and oil, which should be a thick oil if you're especially struggling with tangles or knots. I don't really use oils and butters on my hair. I only use them for 2 specific occasions: when I'm about to take down my protective style, and I especially use shea butter when I want to lay down my hair, like if I want to have laid down. And I don't know, for some reason shea butter is really nice or works very well for me. I don't even need to use gel. My hair will lay down the way I want it to lay down. I know during the day it can get frizzy or whatnot, but for that initial look, shea butter works well for me. So that's the only time I use a thick cream like that. And also when I want to take it down, it also helps to give me, I can't explain it. I know it's an oil, it's not supposed to have slip, but for some reason it gives me slip when I want to take down my hair. And that's also when I use, you know, a thick oil or a thick cream like that. But I don't usually use oils and creams when I moisturize my hair, except for those specific occasions. But that is me. I want you to learn and do what works for you. If using a cream like shea butter or a thick oil or whatever works for you when you're consistently moisturizing your hair, please do that. Do you, boo? So those are my tips to help to grow back your nape hair. I've been there. I have been at a point in my life where I thought I was doing everything right, but my nape hair was breaking off. It was so terrible at the time. I'm so sorry that I don't have any pictures. I lost those pictures at some point when when my old phone got spoiled and the SD card got damaged. I just lost those pictures, but I wish I had those pictures to show you. It was so bad that I couldn't even keep my hair, like I couldn't wear my hair out because the nape hair was almost non-existent. So those are my tips for you. I've been there. So these were the tips that helped me to grow my nape hair back. So yeah, you can try all these tips. You can try one as it pertains to you, but make sure you do what works for you. And I hope and really pray that your nape hair grows back. So I hope this video was helpful. I wish I can stop chewing my tongue. I hope this video was helpful, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe down below, turn on your post notifications to all, and also comment down below if you found this video helpful, and share this video with a friend or someone you know it will be helpful to. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.